Hey, True Life. So most of you probably got the word, hopefully got the word that our hearing tonight for the building project at Wall Township, where we were hoping to get permits approved, the hearing got canceled. Pretty last minute, really last minute. And it's kind of embarrassing because I put out an email or a video this afternoon saying, we're going for it. There's, everything's good. There was actually a meeting. We had a phone meeting at 1 o'clock just to make sure everything was in order. And afterwards, I made a video and put it out there to say, we're good to go. And I used the phrase barring an act of God. I think I said something to that effect. Maybe I should have been more careful with my words. Probably should have said barring unforeseen circumstances or obstacles. Because we did have something pop up and it was unforeseen. It seems so trivial and random and honestly ridiculous that I haven't fully processed my frustration yet. But I will just let you guys know what exactly it is. Our lawyer called us at 4:30 to say that he got a call from the township at 3:30 to say the hearing's off because neighbors. Well, here's the deal. He had to notify all neighbors within 200 feet of the piece of land. There are some in Wall and there's some in Howell. He did that. He did that within the time frame he needed to do that. He called on Friday. Our lawyer called the township to say, are we good for Monday night? And they assured him, you're good for Monday night. But at 3:30, they called to say, you're not good. And the reason is that, and I'll just read his email. He said this, I received a call at 3:30 today advising that my Howell tax assessor list was too old and needed to be updated. We have to get notices from both towns since a few properties on the 200-foot list are in Howell. Even though we properly noticed everyone for the hearing tonight, we are required to cross-reference with the Howell tax assessor list, and we only updated the Wall tax assessor list. I am frustrated that the board attorney did not let me know this on Friday, as this could have been easily fixed before tonight. Nevertheless, this is my fault and mistake. I will need to renotice everyone once I get full updated lists, which I will do on my own time and costs and not charge you anything for it. Please tell everyone and the congregation not to come tonight if you can. If they do come, the board will make an announcement at tonight's meeting. So technically it's our lawyer's fault, but again, he called on Friday. They told him everything was good and they waited until 3:30. We don't know why they waited until 3:30, but they waited until 3:30 to tell him, and he could have double checked the new list to say, hey, all the addresses are still the same, it's good. But at 3:30, he had no time to do that. So it's frustrating, and we're going to get a new meeting, hopefully on June 16th, but we're not sure yet, so don't make any plans. I apologize to those of you who planned your evening, those of you especially who are planning to speak on our behalf. I told my family this right away. I told my wife and kids, they overheard because we had juggling things tonight around this. My wife's response was, do you think this is Satan, like hindering this? And one of my other daughters said, or it could be God. And truthfully, that it could be either one. I was reminded of the Apostle Paul in two different times. It's kind of interesting. I just want to read this, and maybe you guys can just use it to pray. In Acts 16:7, the Apostle Paul said, Luke says, when they, talking about Paul and his companions, when they came to the border of Mysia, they tried to enter Bithynia, but the Spirit of Jesus would not allow them to. So in that case, Luke said it was God, it was the Spirit of Jesus who redirected them. They were trying to enter Bithynia, but the Spirit of Jesus said, no, you're not gonna go there. But then on another occasion, in 1 Thessalonians 2, the Apostle Paul himself said, we wanted to come to you. Certainly I, Paul, did again and again, but Satan blocked our way. So there's situations where, it's attributed to God's sovereign hand, and other times it's attributed to Satan. I don't know. I'm not going to, pretend like I know exactly what's going on here. I haven't fully processed this. But what I do know is that in my own heart, I'm tempted to grumble. I'm tempted to have a grumbling spirit now because this is the fourth time we got delayed. And the other reason seemed a little more legitimate. This seems so trivial. This seems so arbitrary and ridiculous that what I know about my pride is that Satan's probably going to tempt me to have a grumbling spirit. So whether it was God redirecting us or Satan doing something behind the scenes, I don't know. But I do know that God is sovereign. You know, the devil and God aren't on equal fields. God is sovereign over it all. And as Pastor Bill preached on yesterday, you know, we are on display to people in the world and also to the cosmic universe. Are we going to praise God through you know, disappointments and frustrations? Or are we going to give in to temptation that Satan would have us give into? That I do know. You know, I do know what he's trying to do there in my own heart, have a grumbling, complaining spirit in my soul. So that I need to fight against, and I just encourage you guys to pray for discernment, but also this isn't a no. This is just a delay. That's all we got for you right now. Thank you, everyone, for your patience through this process. Take care.